Hey guys, this is the Finnish Ball and this is how I grab it. So first things first, I put a little mark there for T and that's where my thumb goes. So every single time I grab it, my thumb goes that side, okay? So with the T for my thumb, this is what I do. I basically trying to get the ball to sit right here. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. So not in the center of this joint, but sort of close to that knuckle. I'm not really making contact with this. It's more sort of sitting on top of that particular section of finger just after the joint. And what I'm trying to do is I come in almost sideways, and as I stand upright, that is rolling the skin underneath the ball. I don't know if you can see that. But the skin is jammed right in underneath it, okay? And what you're basically trying to do is pre-stretch your skin. If you just grab the ball, your skin's gonna stretch and you're gonna be out of the optimal position. So what you're trying to do is pre-stretch your skin and lock it in place. You want it as far up against the plate and underneath the ball as you can, okay? So, for me personally, I bring my torso well ahead of the weight stack. I put my index finger in, and then as my forearm straightens, which ends up kind of in line with the pin, my skin's perfectly in position. It's right underneath the ball there, it's pre-stretched, and it's right just in front of that knuckle where I want it. And the next thing I'm gonna do is the exact same thing, but with my middle finger underneath my index finger. So I've rolled the index finger under, and then as I stand up, I'm now pushing my middle finger underneath my index finger. And it's locked underneath. My ring finger and my pinky are doing nothing. They're just out of the way. So you end up, your hand kind of looks like that. Okay? So index finger under, now middle finger under. And while I'm doing this, I've got a fair bit of tension, and that keeps it locked in position. Right? And as I straighten up, I slide my thumb back along that plate so it's underneath the ball and it's locked in position. And that's it. Now the final step of it is the weight stacks between my feet. I lean my torso forward, I keep my arm bent, and then all I'm doing is straightening my legs. And the weight stack comes up. And that's it. If you set your position like that, and then you straighten up, the position of your hand is moving, and the way that it's going to pull on the ball is different. Okay? I don't know if you better see it, but I was leaning forward, index finger under, it rolls under. Middle finger rolls underneath my index, and I slide my thumb. And again, what I'm trying to do is jam it as much as that thumb pad underneath the ball as I can. And what you're really trying to do is you're trying to push the ball onto your fingers. It's really hard to grab something with the tip of your thumb like that. But what you're actually trying to do is lock it in place on your fingers. So from underneath, this is what it's going to look like. See how these fingers aren't doing anything? They're just out of the way. Alright, I'll go through that one more time. So what I do is, I chalk up my finger, but I also chalk the outside edge, because that's the bit that's going to go underneath it. I put a little bit of chalk on my thumb, but then I chalk between my fingers as well. Right? Because obviously this is going to make contact with the ball, and then this one's going to be make contact with the index finger. So I need my middle finger to be able to grip onto my index finger. Yeah? I don't put too much. I put a fair bit on. And sometimes I'll even clap, and then I'll breathe on my hands, depending on the humidity. If it's really dry condition, I might have to breathe on my hand 5 times. Because what happens is steel, chalk, and then a little bit of moisture, and it becomes sticky. If it's really moist already and you do it, you're just gonna slip right off because too much moisture is no good. What you're trying to do is just make your skin a little bit sticky. The other thing is, if your skin is not too dry, it'll remain elastic and it'll stretch and you won't get splits. You don't want it super dry or it gets really hard. Imagine a set of like really hard tires on the road. It doesn't stick. You want slicks, so it really sticks. Creates almost traction. Okay, one more time. Index finger under, middle finger under index, slide my thumb to lock it. I bend forward, arm stays bent, straighten the legs. Camera fell, but that's it. Hope it helps you guys. See you soon.